youth in the community for over a decade to help stop violence and provide guidance. So we actually brought you here today because we are frustrated reporting on it. We know viewers are frustrated hearing it, but you're actually on the front lines. What do you think is missing from this discussion?
I don't know. I think the city is frustrated. Not only the community, but parents, providers, teachers. I think our kids are frustrated, and they should also be heard. I think a connection is missing. I think more parents and even more community members should be connected to these kids. We are living in a completely different culture than when I grew up, than when we grew up. And our kids have their own language. They have their own style of dress. They have their own way of dealing with trauma. They have their own way of dealing with pain, and unfortunately, we're just seeing it manifest itself in a truly ugly way right now.
It's interesting you say the need for connection. There was a study just done at IU. The researcher interviewed teenagers who had been shot and survived, and people impacted, and most of them said, we're not interested in seeking professional help to get through this. We don't want to talk with a counselor because we can't trust that person. We would much rather trust somebody who we have a connection with, which, to your point, is why it's so important to have people in the community, in the neighborhood, who they can trust and talk to, and those people can be mentors, which is one of the things that you're doing, right?
Correct. We operate under a philosophy called connection before correction. So any young person that comes through the doors of our program, it's our goal to connect with them. And we use a myriad of ways to connect with them. We connect with them through sports, through tutoring, through food, through connecting with their parents, school connection, whatever we can do to establish some kind of common ground with that young person before we try to start the reframing process in their mind in regards to what their goals look like, what a future looks like, what it looks like to live beyond the age of 16 or 17. Because right now, a lot of our young people can't see beyond their current status.
So what would you like to see happen if you could just wave your magic wand? I feel like we can't just keep pointing the finger at police.
Correct. I've never been one to point the finger at police. I think we should be an ecosystem of care when it comes to our kids. I mean, everybody has their role, but the first mentors are at home. And we all know there's no book in regards to parenting, so there are no rules. But I think if we as parents can start connecting with our kids and immersing ourselves in their culture, which means you have to know the music they listen to, you have to make sure you're cognizant of their social media. If you're paying for the phone, you can go through the phone. You have to make sure you know their friends that they're associating with, and that might take a visit to school every other week. It might take you or the school allowing parents to go in and sit with their children during lunch, just so they can see the people, the social setting that their kids are surrounded by. And I think we also have to go back to that old adage, input equals output. I ask every parent that's listening to my voice right now, before your child leaves home every day, give them a positive affirmation. Leave them with something positive. It is more, if a kid can get a gun quicker than they can get a positive affirmation from an adult, we have a problem.
What I hear you saying is a little bit, we need to go back to the basics in terms of how we connect with our kids.
Relationships.
Back to the basics. Relationships. It's all about relationships. In business, even more so now, we're losing our babies. We're losing our babies. And this is a collaborative effort. It's going to take a collaborative effort, all hands on deck before we see any change.
Kareem Hines, thank you so much for being here. Look forward to talking to you.